Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury is taking extra precaution with training camp for the Trilogy fight. The WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has taken extra precautions with his training camp for the upcoming Trilogy fight for Deontay Wilder. The fight was scheduled to take place on July 24th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, which was this past Saturday, which we know what happened. The coronavirus was tested amongst his camp, including himself. When the postponement was revealed, Fury's co-promoter Bob Arum of Top Rank was informed that his boxer was not fully vaccinated. Fury received the first shot of the vaccine but never returned back for the second shot. Fury believes that he contracted the virus from one of his sparring partners. Both Fury and Wilder have been inactive since February 2020. To avoid any further delays to his reign, Fury is cutting down the size of his team, and he is also banning family members and close friends from having access to the training camp. There were only 10 of us on the team this time, but when we go back into camp for a month in England and another month here, I will cut us to just 4 full time. He said, me, my head trainer Sugar Hill Stewart, my assistant Andy Lee, and my old pal Tim, who organizes my life, will strictly control the access for sparring partners and increase testing. No fitness coach, no masseuse, no dietitian. Even my 2 brothers will have to wait to join me until fight week here in Vegas. I've suffered enough frustration on this roller coaster. I don't need any more than I would have risked anyone else by coming early out of quarantine. Let me counterpunch. First off, I'm going to say good job. Good job too late, but better late than never. At least he's taking precautionary measures, so that won't be the problem that the fight doesn't happen, okay? The thing that does stick out, though, honestly, is not the size of his team, because about 10 people in his team ain't too bad. You know, it's not great, but it's not too bad. Okay, but his team consists. How did they catch it again? Right, the sparring partner. It was a sparring partner that came in sick. I think they need to screen the sparring partners more, which they say they're going to do. But the major thing is his vaccine, okay? Now, what I've recently found out about the vaccine, okay, just doing more research on it. It's good to research before becoming research, okay? That if you take the first shot, a lot of people are taking the first shot and then catching the virus after the first shot. Okay, and the thing that sticks out is he didn't come back for the second shot. Okay, so I think he wants to blame the sparring partners and whoever, the size of the team, but at the end of the day, he did not go back for the second shot. So what that means is, that means everything lies on him. Okay, because no one knew that he didn't go back for the shot. Maybe somebody in his team, but his promotional company and everybody, they didn't know that. Team Wilder didn't know that he wasn't coming back for that shot, or he didn't return for the shot. That's something you want to know, okay? And especially when something goes down like this. Okay, now had he took the shot and then he still caught it, okay, there's really nothing you can do about it. Okay, but according to scientists and study, it's supposed to decrease the symptoms, all right? So he wouldn't have felt that sick. Not saying he wouldn't have tested positive, but then another question you ask yourself is, how often do they get tested? Okay, so if they're going to increase that, that means that his team was in charge of how frequently everyone got tested. So obviously it wasn't enough, okay? people that follow this channel knows my primary job is an actor and a stunt performer. If I'm on a show, we get tested 4 times a week. Okay? And that's just with minimal contact. You know what I mean? Basically, if it's not a, maybe a fight scene or something like that, but mostly if it's dialogue, you're kind of standing at bay, but then you're wearing masks most of the time, and everyone's taking extra precaution. Okay? So we're doing all that just acting and pretending. These guys are actually going in there, fighting, sweating, right? Punching each other. So that's a lot more contact than something that we do. So it just shows me that they didn't take control. They were careless. They should have tested more. And also, there was no collective testing, meaning no one oversaw how many times they got tested. And that's the problem, okay? What should have happened is there should have been a regulation to say, okay, hey, it's time to get tested this morning. It's time to get tested the day after, or 3 days later, or how many times did they administer the test between both parties. They shouldn't leave it up to the camps, okay? Because this is the type of shit we get when you leave it up to them, because had his team not seen or knew that, they should have told him, like, hey, why don't you get the shot? All of them should have got the shot together. Both sides, same place, same time, one on one side of the basketball court or whatever, a room, and the other guys on the other side, getting their test every day. So we won't have that problem. But this is supposed to be rectified by Tyson Fury taking better measure. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury saying that he is taking extra precautions with training for this fight now. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.